Welcome back to our giving edition of the Means Report, where we shine the spotlight on local nonprofits and really do encourage you to support them. They need your help to keep going and keep helping people, like the good folks at the Augusta Rescue Mission. They do such wonderful work. Chris Jones is the executive director. He's here now. Chris, thanks for helping these men in our community, and we just appreciate all you do.
Well, thank you so much. Thanks for having us. It's such a privilege to be able to share what we're doing in downtown Augusta.
You know, this is our giving edition. It airs right here as the holidays get underway. Is this a super busy time of year for you all, or is it the same year round?
Yeah, well, as you may imagine, serving the homeless and housing the homeless is an endless task throughout the entire year. But the colder months and the summer months tend to be the busiest for us and maybe the other shelters in town. November and December fill up. And we are providing more resources usually during that season as well, so we have a lot more traffic on our doorstep.
How many people does the shelter hold?
We can hold total between our residential program and the overnight shelter about 40 men. Mm-hmm. Our overnight shelter currently 25 is full at that point.
Wow, and are there nights when you are packed to the gills and you have to handle that many?
Yeah, we've been full many times. Right now we're about half. Often we'll get a call, do you have beds? The answer usually is always yes. Even if we feel like we're getting full, we have more room on the other part of our shelter that we can open up for clients who need a place to sleep.
Your Fresh Start initiative made headlines just a few short months ago,
Sure.
It seems. How is that going, and what do y'all do there?
Fresh Start is so exciting. I mean, it clearly is a fresh start for the mission. It's a new beginning for us. You may be familiar with what we do with the homeless and the overnight shelter and the residential program, but the Fresh Start initiative is reaching out to our community. We want to invite people in the community to come do their laundry completely for free. We have brand new washers and dryers, Maytag commercial. We also provide everything a person needs except for the dirty laundry. So it's by appointment twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays currently. You have to get online to make the appointment. But the beauty of it is that we are finding a lot of our homeless clients, the transient guests, didn't have anywhere to wash their clothes, or they just had 2 or 3 pairs of clothes they wanted to rewash, and they would always ask us, do you have any laundry, may we use your laundry room? And when we were renovating our laundry space, we decided, let's just open this up to the public as well.
What a blessing. And that is a question that I have when I see someone who is homeless. Where do they do their laundry, or what services are available to them in that regard? What about services that you all offer to break the cycle of homelessness? Can you help people get an education or a job?
Yeah, absolutely. So our long-term program, we call it the Life Transformation Program. It's multi-phased, generally about a year long. Mm-hmm. And the residents, while they're in phase 1, they are offered the opportunity to be in job readiness courses online. They also have life skill classes they're a part of. We offer discipleship courses daily for these men. We also offer recovery work. We do recovery groups on Thursdays, and equally we speak to that piece. If they're in the middle of addiction or trying to recover, we do minister to them in that aspect. And hopefully by the end of 6 months, these men have completed vocational work. They're offered the opportunity to do work details on campus. We call it work therapy. And so for 2 or 3 hours a day, they're working as if they were working a job in the kitchen, doing custodial services, laundry services, and lawn care. And they get credit for that and training for that. And by the time it's time for them to go to work, we usually have been working them for about 6 months, and they become wonderful employees for employers in town. One thing we are doing currently is trying to partner with recovery-friendly employers.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, it's one thing if a person's recovering from alcoholism, it's hard to then go work at a bar, right? And many of them get jobs in restaurants, which is great. But if we can find recovery-friendly employment for them, then their success is usually a lot greater.
Why is someone homeless? Is there a primary reason?
There are many reasons for homelessness. We've in the past have had physicians who had a family breakup after a divorce, and they've lost everything, and they find themselves on our doorsteps. We've also had men who've transitioned out of maybe the system as a child, and they're 18 or 19 years old and have nowhere to go. Equally, addiction plays a big piece, and as well as mental health, the need for addressing some of their mental health issues. So a lot of our residents are recovering addicts. Some of them have mental health issues that they're dealing with right now. And To be honest with you, it could be someone's uncle,
Sure.
who's been doing well, and then the recession or the pandemic, ruined their opportunities, and we're there to help.
What happens when someone gives to the Augusta Rescue Mission? How's their money put to good use?
That's a wonderful question. We couldn't survive, obviously, without the donorship, as many of the other nonprofits here today.
Yep.
The money goes directly to the programming. Obviously, we pay our staff. We do have a staff, but the program is what we do. We run a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week men's program. And these finances helped us open the laundry room. It helps us keep the lights on and buy the curriculum for the men and give them the right resources they need. And so we're very grateful for everyone who gives.
Well, I hope everyone will give and keep you all going. What's it feel like when you have the resources that you need, when people do step up and donate, and you watch somebody go from their darkest hour to a whole new lease on life?
It is truly what I would call the epitome of hope. It not only gives hope to the client, it gives hope back to us. A lot of us who work in this industry, it's a thankless work and it's hard work, and you wonder if anything's changing. One example is a gentleman named Charles. He's featured in our newsletter this month, and he was with us 11 years ago. Got a job, over-the-road truck driving, did well. A local church found out he had lost all of his teeth. They provided his teeth for him, and he has been working the same job now for 8 years. He comes by the mission and prays with our staff and just encourages us every month. And that story alone is why we do what we do, and he's always smiling. And so with the resources that have been provided for him, he has a new look on life, and it's great.
I'll tell you what, here's to more Charleses coming out of the rescue mission, thanks to your support. Chris, thanks for all you do and your team. Appreciate you.
We appreciate you. Thank you.
Absolutely. When we come back, the Augusta Training Shop does such wonderful work in our community, and the president of the board is here to talk about it when our giving edition of the Means Report rolls on.